Good day everyone. For today's video, I will be showing to you the direct and indirect proof solutions to my given problem, which is if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3. In direct proof, we will just have to evaluate the statement. So let us assume that 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2 to show x is equal to negative 3. We have 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, which is from the given. Then from that, 3x is equal to negative 9 using the addition property of equality. We just added negative 7 to both sides of the equation. So 3x plus 7 plus negative 7 is equal to 3x. And negative 2 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 9. So that is why 3x is equal to negative 9. Then from here, we will just have to multiply 1/3 to both sides of the equation. So 3x times 1 over 3 is equal to x. The negative 9 times 1 over 3 is equal to negative 3 using the multiplication property of equality. That's why we have x is equal to negative 3. Thus, after evaluating the given equation, it is proven that x is equal to negative 3. Therefore, the conditional statement, if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3 is true. That is using direct proof. So now let's move on to the second proof, which is an indirect proof, the proof by contrapositive. So using the problem used in the direct proof, which is if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3. We will look for the p, the q, the not p, and the not q. So the p is from the given, 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2. The q is also from the given, which is x is equal to negative 3. Then the not p is the negation of p, so that is why it is 3x plus 7 is not equal to negative 2. And dot q is also the negation of q, which is x is not equal to negative 3. So we will show not q, if not q, then not p. So the restatement, if x is not equal to negative 3, then 3x plus 7 is not equal to negative 2. So proof. We will in proof by contrapositive, instead of proving this, we will prove this, the restatement of the given statement. So proof. Let x be the numbers that are not negative 3, since it is x is not negative 3. So let us assume that x is equal to 1, since 1 is not negative 3, right? Then we have 3x plus 7 is not equal to negative 2, which is from the restatement. Then we will have to substitute 1 to the x, so it will become 3 times 1 plus 7 is not equal to negative 2. 3 times 1 is 3, so that is why it is 3 plus 7 is not equal to negative 2. And 3 plus 7 is 10, so that is why it is 10 is not equal to negative 2, which is true, since 10 is not equal to negative 2 man. Thus, if x is not equal to negative 3, then 3x plus 7 is not equal to negative 2. Accordingly, if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3. So that is using proof by contrapositive. Third is the proof by contradiction. We will still use the same problem, which is if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3. So let us assume that 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2 and x is not equal to negative 3. This is the proof by contradiction. So we are to assume that the hypothesis is true, but the conclusion is false. So this is true, and this is false. So the negation of x is equal to negative 3 is equal to x is not equal to negative 3. We have two solutions for the proof by contradiction. The first solution is we have 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2. Simplify, we are to simplify this. Thus, we have 3x is equal to negative 9, since we are to add negative 7 to both sides of the equation. So 3x plus 7 plus negative 7 is equal to 3x. Then negative 2 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 9. So 3x is equal to negative 9. Then multiply 1/3 to both sides of the equation. So that is why it is x is equal to negative 3. Then it is a contradiction because from the simplified form of this, we got x is equal to negative 3. But also we have this, which is x is not equal to negative 3. So that is why it is a contradiction, because x is not equal to negative 3 and x is equal to negative 3 both contradict with each other. So the second formula is let x be any real number except negative 3. Assume x is equal to 1, since x is equal to 1 is not equal to negative 3. 1 is not equal to negative 3. Then 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2. So from here, we will substitute 1 to the x. So it will become 3 times 1 plus 7 is equal to negative 2. 3 times 1 is 3. So that is why it is 3 plus 7 is equal to negative 2. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 is equal to negative 2 is wrong, since 10 should not be equal to negative 2. So it is a contradiction because 10 is not equal to negative 2 is the right answer. But from here, it is false. Hence, we cannot assume that the assertion is false. Thus, we conclude that if 3x plus 7 is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to negative 3. Okay.
Turn it up!
So lastly, we have the principles of mathematical induction. And my problem states 2 cubed plus 4 cubed plus 6 cubed plus ellipsis plus 2n cubed is equal to 2n squared times the quantity n plus 1 squared. So the principles of mathematical induction is a method for proving statements involving natural numbers. And it includes two steps. The first step is that it should be true for the natural number 1, and second step is that it should be true for some number k, and if it is true for k, then it should be true for its next number, which is k plus 1. So let's start with the first step, which is to show true for n is equal to 1. So the left hand side is equal to 2n cubed, so we will just have to substitute 1 to n. So that is why it is 2 times 1 cubed is equal to 2 cubed is equal to 8. And the right hand side is equal to 2n squared times the quantity n plus 1 squared. Then we will just have to substitute 1 to n. So that is why it is 2 times 1 squared times 1 plus 1 squared. So 1 times 1 is equal to 1, then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 times 2, or 2 squared, is equal to 4. That is why it is 2 times 4, or 8. So 8 is equal to 8, which is correct. Correction for n is equal to 1. The second step is that it is, we will just have to prove it for n is equal to k. So let us assume true for n is equal to k. 2 cubed plus 4 cubed plus 6 cubed plus ellipsis plus 2k cubed is equal to 2k squared times the quantity k plus 1 squared. So notice that we just changed n to k, and k represents some natural number k. Then since we assume that k is true, we will need to show that k plus 1 is also true. So show true for n is equal to k plus 1. So we have 2 cube plus 4 cube plus 6 cube plus ellipsis plus 2k cube plus 2 times k plus 1 cube is equal to 2 times k plus 1 squared times k plus 1 squared. So we substituted k plus 1 to the n values. And since we know that 2 cube plus 4 cube plus 6 cube plus ellipsis plus 2k cube is equal to 2k squared times k plus 1 squared plus 2 times k plus 1 cube. These two are equivalent. That's why we use this. This 2 times k plus 1 cube came from here. But this 2 cube plus 4 cube plus 6 cube plus ellipsis plus 2k cube is equivalent to this. So it is equal to copy 2 times k plus 1 squared times k plus 2 squared. It became k plus 2 squared since 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then from here on out, we will just have to manipulate the left side of the equation. The right hand side or the right side of the equation, we will just need to copy. So from here, 2k squared times k plus 1 squared plus 2 times k plus 1 cube became 2k squared times k plus 1 squared plus 2 cube times k plus 1 cube. We just substituted 3 to 2 and k plus 1. So 2 cube and k plus 1 cube is equal to copy 2 times k plus 1 squared times k plus 2 squared. So our goal in here is so that this left side of the equation will become the same or will be equivalent to the right side of the equation. So this will become 2 times k plus 1 squared times k squared plus 2 squared times k plus 1. So this will become 2 times k plus 1 squared times k squared plus 4k plus 4, since 2 squared is equal to 4, then 4 times k is equal to 4k, and 4 times 1 is equal to 1. That's why it became 2 times k plus 1 squared times k squared plus 4k plus 4. Then this k squared plus 4k plus 4 is equivalent to k plus 2 squared, since k plus 2 squared or k plus 2 times k plus 2 is equal to k squared plus 4k plus 4. Then from this, we can notice that this is now the same with the right side of the equation. So we can assume, or we know from here on out, that the two sides of the equation are the same or they are equivalent. So therefore, the statement 2 cube plus 4 cube plus 6 cube plus ellipsis plus 2n cube is equal to 2n times n plus 1 squared is true for all natural numbers n. So that is for the principles of mathematical induction.